So it's 7:05 a.m. UK time, and while the election is still ongoing, Kamala Harris could technically still win. It's looking more likely Donald Trump has returned to the White House, and it's pretty clear because loads of Dem insiders are all just tweeting their despair, and loads of Republican insiders are very, very excited right now. Now, like I said, you might be watching this later on in the day. Maybe something's changed, but I highly doubt it at this moment. And I want to make this little video because I want to talk about how this is a win for Silicon Valley. Because yeah, JD Vance is going to be the vice president. He might even be the president because we don't know what's going to happen with Trump during his term. You know, he's an old man, could get sick, could maybe pass away from illness or anything like that. So, you know, someone who's deeply in bed with Silicon Valley could become the president. And we've seen even like Mark Zuckerberg, he's become pals with Trump recently. I made a video on that a couple of weeks ago. But by far the worst part of this, and you know how much I hate Elon Musk, I can't believe this guy is potentially going to be so influential in the government, and Elon is loving it right now, which makes me sick. Like this is the worst part. Like I'm going to talk about in another video. RFK is the scariest thing for me about a new Trump administration, but I just hate Elon so much. And I made that video, the last video I made. He's leading those chants. He's loving the cheering, and you just know all of this stuff for Trump that he's done is just motivated purely because he wants to be liked. And that's what makes it so sad. Like one of the most powerful men in the world, now he's in bed with, you know, electorally probably the most powerful man in the world, and then, you know, we've got maybe listened to this for 4 years. Now, my one little spicy take is I'm coping with this. I am praying Trump is still as vindictive as before, and by the end of 2025, he would have fired most of the people in his administration, including Elon and including RFK. I know Elon is not going to have an official position or whatever the fuck they're talking about making for him. Yeah, at the same time, I'm dreading it a little bit. So if you see here, you know, he was just promoting the election, but like I said, he's pretty happy now. You know, Trump being up, and as we're seeing, you know, game, set, and match. Elon's tweeting, and there's a picture of him. Is that Dana White from the fucking UFC, and Donald Trump at dinner? Him tweeting this crazy pro-Zionist billionaire Bill Ackman, and do you want to be sick, everyone? Look at this. That the most unfunny thing you've ever seen. And now he gets to post it of him going into the White House. Because also Elon is probably thinking he won Trump the election as well, which makes me even more sick because he thinks he's done something. I don't, obviously it had an impact, you know, although I would say most people use Twitter for politics. If you're looking for Republican politics, what I mean to say is, if you're in the Republican communities on Twitter, you're probably Republicans to begin with and weren't like suddenly brainwashed by Elon's Twitter. At the same time, seeing him so gleeful, you know, the people of America gave Trump a crystal clear mandate for change. I mean, most of those days haven't even been called yet. And the future is going to be fantastic. I mean, for Elon it is, because he already gets enough government subsidies, but now he's going to get even more. And what this reminds me of, now, okay, I'm not going to say it because I don't think it's the same, but obviously in fascist Germany, most of the business class got in bed with you know, the Nazis and helped them get into power. And it feels like America is going for a similar thing. Okay, I'm not going to call Republicans that because they are fascists. I just don't think they operate in a similar way, or they want similar things. But they are fascists, and it's pretty clear that Silicon Valley has decided that the Republican Party is going to be the best for them. That's why old Mark Zuckerberg, the old liberal darling, is in bed with them. And that's why Elon literally he made Twitter into the Trump campaign. And now he thinks it's paid off, and he thinks he's got Donald Trump personally elected. And I guess what the benefit for Elon is going to be, I'm literally thinking Twitter is going to get government subsidies, like big ones, to prop it up. I literally think that's part of the reason he made Twitter the Trump campaign. Obviously, SpaceX is going to get more subsidies. Tesla is going to get more subsidies. I think a big one is, I think Republicans are going to really attack employment law. I think it was in Florida or Texas. They actually like made water breaks not mandatory anymore, which actually lead to people dying from just working in the sun all day and not having like legally required breaks. So I really fear for workers' rights under a new Trump administration, especially when you have Elon in there, and Trump hates workers anyway. So what we have now is a billionaire president again, working with another one of the world's billionaires, or literally one of the world's richest men, to gain the presidency, and they ran on an anti-establishment like kind of like a ticket. I wouldn't say, but like their whole rhetoric was about being anti-establishment from two insanely wealthy men. The child of someone from apartheid South Africa, Donald Trump, a child of like a slumlord. And that's just, it's just fitting for America, I think, that the mask has come off. Like, people were saying in the chat earlier, which I completely disagree with, but like, this is the presidency Americans deserve. And I wouldn't say that, but I would say it's the presidency that reveals the true face of America. If Donald Trump wasn't already the president the first time who revealed the true face of America, him getting in by people like Elon so explicitly manipulating social media to promote him, I think it just says everything about the American system being completely fucking broken. As a left-wing person, I already knew that. America has never been a democracy. I'm not, kidding myself. But this just shows America is not a democracy in any semblance of the world. If this was Russia, if this was the Russian election, we would all call it for what it was. It's just an oligarchy. And because it's the American election, we're pretending this is like kind of normal, the way we talk about it, but it's not. It's like Russia. It's like those joke elections you see in Syria and shit like that. It's a total clown show. It's a total banana republic. Whoever gets the most money just seems to win. I mean, that's not completely true. Going to talk about that in another video. Why Kamala Harris is going to lose. But yeah, that is it for this video. I know I'm on stream right now, but I'm going to have a couple of videos coming out over the next 2 days about the election. So subscribe for that. And yeah, thanks for listening to that. So I'm going to stop the recording here.